7 luxury SUVs that look like a great deal, but fall apart at 80,000 miles. Most of these luxury SUVs don't show problems on the test drive. They show up after you buy them, right around 70 to 80,000 miles. The exact moment they start looking like a great deal, that's when things start going wrong. Suspension issues, electrical faults, expensive repairs stacking fast, and what felt like a smart buy turns into a very expensive mistake. In this video, we're breaking down 7 luxury SUVs that look like a great deal, but start costing you thousands right after you buy them. Real ownership patterns, real failure points, real costs. Let's get into it. Number 7, 2015 to 2018, BMW X5 F15. The BMW X5 is one of the easiest luxury SUVs to justify. Strong brand, premium cabin, big drop from the original sticker, and right when these hit the used market, they're everywhere. Clean listings, well-maintained history. Feels like somebody else already took the depreciation hit for you. That's the setup. Here's where it falls apart. This is the part most buyers don't check. A huge number of F15 X5s were optioned with air suspension, and BMW air suspension on this generation starts showing its age right in that 60 to 90,000 mile window. Bags fail, the valve block goes, the compressor starts cycling constantly. You can pick one of these up for around $22,000 and then spend another $8,000 fixing it. Repair range on the air suspension alone, $2,500 to $6,000. Then the cooling system shows up, water pump, thermostat, another $1,200 to $1,500. Then the valve cover starts leaking. Stack that over a year, and your great deal just turned into a $10,000 mistake. One owner picked up a clean X5 at 76,000 miles, drove great on the test drive, looked immaculate. 6 months later, rear suspension sagging overnight, compressor running constantly. Final bill? Just over $5,400. It drove perfectly, until it didn't. Early warning signs. Rear end sagging after sitting overnight, compressor noise under the hood, coolant disappearing without a visible leak. The smarter play, skip the F15 with air suspension. Look at a newer G05, or go older with a well-maintained E70 on coil springs. Same badge, completely different ownership story, and the next one catches even more people off guard. Number 6, 2016 to 2019, Range Rover Evoque. This one catches a very specific buyer. The person who wants a Range Rover, but doesn't want to pay Range Rover money. Sharp design, luxury badge, affordable price right when it hits the used market. Looks like a loophole, and this is where people get it wrong. The Evoque carries the full Land Rover risk envelope. Electrical gremlins, infotainment freezes, suspension faults, timing chain issues surfacing well before 100,000 miles. You're getting into this for around $18,000. And when Land Rover electronics start misbehaving, diagnosis alone runs $500 to $2,000 before a single part gets replaced. That's the hidden cost nobody mentions at the dealership. And once a major fault shows up, the resale market already knows. You can't offload it without taking a serious bath. Fix it and keep it, or sell it at a loss. Neither one feels good when you thought you were buying smart. Early warning signs, random warning lights on startup, infotainment rebooting mid-drive, unusual turbo noise under load. The smarter play, stick to newer facelift models, or skip it entirely and look at an Audi Q7 or Acura RDX. Premium feel without the Land Rover lottery. And the next SUV proves it's not just British brands that get this wrong. Number 5, 2013 to 2016, Mercedes ML 350 W166 with Airmatic. This one is the most deceptive on the list because the ML 350 has a reputation for being the sensible Mercedes. Not flashy, not complicated, just solid. And in a lot of ways, that reputation is earned. The W166 ML 350 on coil springs is genuinely one of the better used luxury SUV buys out there. But here's what most buyers never check. A significant number of these were optioned with Airmatic suspension, and that changes everything. Mercedes Airmatic on this generation starts breaking down right in that 60 to 90,000 mile window. Multiple components fail together. Compressor, air struts, valve block. The coil spring version and the Airmatic version look completely identical on the lot. Same trim, same interior, same price, around $17,000. But one of them is about to hand you a $5,000 repair bill. Airmatic repair total, $4,000 to $6,000. Add Mercedes diagnostic fees on top, and you're staring at a massive bill on an SUV you bought because it felt like the safe choice. That's the cruelest part of this one. Early warning signs. Nose up stance after sitting overnight, compressor cycling frequently, airmatic, visit workshop on the dash. The smarter play, check the build sheet before anything else. Airmatic, budget accordingly or walk away. Because the next one looks even safer on paper and isn't. Number 4, 2017 to 2020, Audi Q7 3.0T. And this is where people think they found the safest SUV on the list. Modern interior, 3 rows, Audi badge, smooth ride. The Q7 sells a very believable story. And right when these hit the used market at the right price, buyers feel like they made the smart, rational choice. This is exactly when the problems start stacking. You're paying around $32,000 for what feels like a modern, sorted family hauler. Then the bills start arriving. Engine mounts failing as early as 43,000 miles. PCV system issues. That fix alone runs $4,200. Suspension bushings up to $2,600. Air suspension, $4,000 to $6,000. Complete electrical shutdowns. One owner bought it 72,000 miles. Full service history. Felt like the safest buy on the market. 18 months later, engine mounts, PCV fix, air suspension compressor. Total, just under $9,000. That's not a deal. That's a payment plan you never agreed to. And here's what makes this one hurt more than the others. This is the family SUV. School runs, road trips, real life. When it goes down, it doesn't just cost money, it disrupts everything. Early warning signs: idle vibration that wasn't there before, hot oil smell after driving, MMI infotainment rebooting randomly. The smarter play: earlier supercharged 3.0T models without air suspension are generally the safer play, which is exactly why the next SUV catches people off guard. Number 3, 2015 to 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee air suspension models. Now here's the one that surprises people, because the Grand Cherokee isn't a luxury brand, and that's exactly why buyers think they're safe. I'm not buying a Range Rover, I'm not buying a German luxury SUV, I'm buying a Jeep. And this is where people get burned the hardest, because the higher trim Grand Cherokees, the ones with quadra-lift air suspension, bring luxury-level repair bills without the luxury brand name. Consumer Reports flags the Grand Cherokee as one of the least reliable midsize SUVs. Drive system, electrical, engine, suspension. That's not one problem area. That's almost every system. You're picking one of these up for around $22,000, thinking you found the value move. Then the quadra-lift starts dropping overnight. Uconnect going completely dark, transmission hesitation, random limp mode, air suspension repair alone, $4,000 plus. Then the downtime, weeks at the dealer, weeks paying for a rental, on top of the repair bill. You thought you avoided luxury car problems. You just bought them with a different badge. Early warning signs: corner sagging after parking overnight, service air suspension, warning on startup, infotainment screen going dark randomly. The smarter play: avoid the air suspension entirely, or look at a Toyota 4Runner or Lexus GX, built for longevity without the air suspension gamble. And the next one is where people think they finally won, until they haven't. Number 2, 2014 to 2017 Porsche Cayenne. This one has a very specific kind of buyer, the person who's been watching Cayennes for years, waiting for the price to drop to something real, and just outside warranty mileage. It finally does. A Porsche, for the price of a used Honda Pilot. Feels like you won. And this is where the trap closes. The Cayenne is genuinely a great driving machine. The dynamics are real. The experience is unlike anything else at that price. But this generation has a specific set of problems that show up right in that mileage window. Transfer case issues, cooling system failures, suspension component wear, all priced at Porsche rates. You're paying around $28,000 for the dream, and then another $8,000 just to keep it running. One buyer picked up a clean V6 Cayenne at 81,000 miles, passed a basic inspection, drove perfectly. 14 months later, cooling system, transfer case service, front suspension refresh. Total, $7,800. The dream car discount was real. The repair costs were also real. That's the Cayenne trap in one sentence. Early warning signs: binding or clunking at low-speed turns, coolant level dropping without visible leaks, uneven tire wear on the front axle. The smarter play, newer facelift models are significantly more sorted, or go base V6 on steel springs. Skip the turbos, skip the air, and you've got a much more manageable ownership story, because the next one is the ultimate version of this mistake, and it's not even close. Number 1, 2013 to 2017 Range Rover Sport, and here it is. The one that defines this entire video, the Range Rover Sport. Original sticker, $70,000 to $90,000. Used price at 75,000 miles, around $28,000. Still looks incredible. Still commands attention. So buyers do the math and think, I'm getting $80,000 worth of SUV for $28,000. How is this not the smartest buy on the market? Here's how. The Range Rover Sport depreciates that hard because the market already knows what's coming. You're paying $28,000 and then another $11,000 just to keep it on the road. Air suspension failure, $6,000 to $8,000. Electronics, infotainment failures, cascading sensor faults, and on the supercharged V8, timing chain and cooling issues that can go well over $10,000. And it's not just the repair cost, it's the downtime. Land Rover dealers are notoriously slow on complex repairs. Weeks, sometimes longer. Paying for the repair, paying for a rental, watching your SUV sit at a dealer while the clock runs on your patience and your wallet. One owner bought a clean 2015 Range Rover Sport at 78,000 miles. Full service history, recent tires, looked like the deal of the decade. 2 years later, air suspension, $7,200. Electrical diagnosis and repair, $2,400. Cooling system, $1,800. Total, $11,400 on a $29,000 purchase. Nearly 40% of the purchase price in repairs alone in 2 years. It looked like success the whole time it was becoming a liability. Early warning signs, corner sagging on startup, suspension fault on the dash, electrical warnings that appear and disappear randomly. The smarter play, newer generations are significantly improved. If you're set on this era, budget $5,000 to $8,000 in reserve before you sign anything, and get a full pre-purchase inspection from a Land Rover specialist. Not a general mechanic, a specialist. So here's the pattern. 7 luxury SUVs. All of them look smart on the lot. All of them hit the used market right at the mileage where the problems begin. BMW X5, air suspension and cooling stack. Range Rover Evoque, electronics and timing chain. Mercedes ML 350, one option box changes everything. Audi Q7, modern feel, early and expensive failure points. Jeep Grand Cherokee, luxury level bills without the luxury brand. Porsche Cayenne, dream car discount with Porsche priced repairs. Range Rover Sport, the ultimate deal that isn't. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. These cars aren't breaking early. They're breaking exactly when you buy them. That's not bad luck. That's the pattern. And this is why 80,000 miles isn't the deal window. It's the danger zone. The only way to beat it is to know it before you sign. Before you buy any of these, get a pre-purchase inspection from a brand specialist. Pull a full module scan. Check air versus coil suspension. Verify cooling and transmission service history. And budget a $3,000 to $5,000 repair reserve if you're going German or British. That's not pessimism, that's just math. If you've owned one of these around 80,000 miles, drop your experience below. Year, engine, suspension type, biggest repair bill, because that's where the real story is. And if this video just saved you from a mistake, subscribe. Real ownership patterns, real costs, no fluff. See you in the next one.